Hello, dear colleagues and partners. I am Alina Maslova and I will be moderating our talks today. Welcome to the third day of the online conference Networking High Sustainable World. The previous 2 days we talked about sustainable products and communities. Today we are happy to discuss services as well as media production for sustainable companies. We start with the production of the unique playing platform for children by Dasha Haq, founder of New Age Human.
Thank you, Alana, for letting me being here in this space. I'm so actually excited to be in a space where people really care about planet, care about each other, and I'm really, it's no honor to be surrounded by this community. So thank you very much for watching this video and my presentation. So who we are, because it's not just me, it's me and two other moms that created this company, which we called New Age Human, but we decided to begin with New Age Kids for the start. But yeah, we have some future thoughts about making it big and really progressive company. And I would like to introduce you a few of my buddies, my mates, who is also a big inspiration for me. This lady is Alexandra. She's my co-founder, and she was the first mom who decided that we need to change the world. And there's another pretty woman, Ksenia, who is also believe in us, who is give us like a start to, she believed in our project and give us some investment, and then also become a mom. So now we working on changing the world. So what is the idea of it, how we can see it? As being a mom, we realized that a lot of products have some difficulties in terms of quality, educational stuff, even illustrations sometimes are too bright, too expressive, and just too much information on it, or they become more modern and cool for adults, but still the lack of really use for kids. So we started thinking that, well, I think something missing on this market, and we thought that together we can create something really important, not just for kids. It should be. We decided to create a book that could be not just a book, but also a playground for kids and his adult. So our mission to bring kids with their adults together to go and explore the world around, to understand that I know I can't say that I'm the perfect mom who always wants to spend my time with kids. And I think everyone knows that it's a hard job. And sometimes I need my peace and quiet, but I don't want to have my peace and quiet by buying cheap products that will be, can be eaten by my kids, who can be really destroyed in a few minutes, or who will give some not right values or information for my kids. So we decided that this book, or we call it Playground, will be a nice time where kid and the adult will educate themselves about environment, about areas, about wildlife, especially animals who is in the Red Book. And at the same time, there's lots of question in this book, not about only environment and planet, but about the child. So the adult would understand what does his child wants, what does he need, because we believe that every person on the planet is a magician, is a wizard, a creator, and this boy or girl, they need to know about it, that they can change the world from the beginning. When they open this book, we want them not to be distracted by colors, by lots of funny faces. We want him to see the reality. The reality is the beautiful world that doesn't need to have too much colors. It's nature, the nature. You see, actually, we strongly believe that there's no such need in toys or books. or whatever this accessories for kids. You just need to let them play, let be free, see the nature. Nature is the greatest inspiration in this world. So we just tried to capture it by our beautiful, gorgeous illustrators, their golden hands. We used 7 illustrators to make a beautiful combination, to show, first of all, child, that there's different styles. Everyone can express themselves in the way they like, in the way they feel. At the same time, they all have a palette that is not too bright for the brain, for the nervous system. And while he looks at beautiful pictures, he also educates himself and the parent or adult. It could be a nanny or grandmother or older brother. So they would just be spend some nice time to see these animals that they never thought about, never seen before. Like there were some funny animals that we've seen, and even I was like, whoa, is it a real, like I don't remember. I can't give you the right example straight away, but I'm pretty sure that everyone would be impressed by our 80 stickers. So in the book, why it is a playground? Because there's words where you ask your child questions and you can know him better. At the same time, there's huge pages like this. They open like this. But this book is quite small. Our book is bigger. I think it's 100 centimeters and 50 centimeters in this area. And inside there's a few scenes with mountains, with water, with cities, and we have around 80 stickers, which is the main thing, is reusable. We found a real reusable quality, which is tested by me personally in 3 years. My kids who can't kill anything, they couldn't kill them. So I believe in these stickers that they are really life-changing material. So, and what about this thing that I wanted to show you? Look, so this is how it will look like. You see, it's huge page, and this is one of example of this environment surroundings where a child with his mom or dad will put some stickers on, and as you can imagine, it will be a huge book, so plenty of space to play. And at the same time, this is how it looks like. So it's fold like this, and there's questions about personality of a child. For example, like, what do you know about water? Do you like hot or cold? Have you ever been to the water? How was your first experience? So it's something personal. It's something not about just have this book, buy, I will go and do my thing. It's about let's explore each other. Let's explore our world, because we believe that, okay, yeah, the planet is very important, but to make any changes, you need to go deep inside yourself. You need to explore yourself. You need to understand how you work, and then you really can do any changes outside. So this book is about to have this collaboration with your adult, to see the beauty of being magician, to create your own world. At the same time, at the back of the book, we created few little echo tasks that easily can be done by help of the adult. So kid and his mom, for example, can, if they want, make a tree, or they can learn more about recycle. We're still thinking about this task that we can give, but there's so many things we actually can put there and make and help people to be a bit more aware of their habits, or to try something new which would be really helpful for the environment, as like making their own oak tree, for example, and put it then into the park or in their backyard. And the last piece that I'm really proud of, that we also created the part where in the book there would be some cards which could be working as the puzzle and could be working as a card for mommy to take with her without a book. So the idea is I sometimes when I go out with my kids, and I know we can talk about so many things, but sometimes they ask for the examples, and I don't want to take my phone out. So I decided that well, to take book every time I go, it's quite hard, especially my child, oldest child is 5 years old now. So, and I wanted to have something to talk about, but not in the book way. So I'm still working on it. It's some examples of how it might look, and I'll just show you. So this is some raw material, but here it is. For example, in these cards, we can discuss about tree. What is this tree? Look at the root. Root is not only in the tree, it's only in your tooth. Look, this is kind of a skin of a tree, but where else is tree? What does it need to be to create a tree? Yes, sun, water, wind, and ground. What are these? Where else did you see it? So again, lots of questions, lots of imagination. How do we use tree? It's all very important, I think, to learn, to showcase that everything is connected, that he is part of this ecosystem. And I think these cards is also were created for this for this purpose, to give them right values of nothing is coming from the air, nothing just fall down from the sky to you. Everything was created. This book was created by this, because of we have clouds, we have tree, we have water, and now it is you holding this tree. And so our mission is to bring these values of connection, of education, right, in the kind way, in the playful way, because I strongly believe this is the only way to actually do it. And at the same time, we're looking for making it as a community for mindful people, for mindful parents who really want to join in, know more about it, so we could all create new books, new beautiful stuff. So we're really looking for other people to join us, because other parents who really think that there's not so much other books, products that would be good quality, non-toxic, educational, with good values. And so with the same values, we could really create something beautiful world, at least around us. And then that's something that I wanted to say. I think I even didn't look at my list. I just went with the flow.
Thank you very much, Dasha. It was an amazing talk with a lot of interesting features in your book. And I would like to ask a question about an amazing thing you do. What about the characters of the book? Tell me just a little bit more, because I think it's very interesting.
Thank you so much that you asked this question, because myself, I uploaded the picture of it. So of course, who was the inspiration? My first son and the daughter of my another friend. So wow. They're our magicians, and this is how the book begins. And of course, the book can be in any language, in any country. It's absolutely adaptable. And so then we introduce them to the planet with lots of words yet, but at the same time, we were thinking about making it a bit more, you see, it looks like we want it to be touchable, and we want to hide something. I have an idea. I don't want to open the secret, but yes, exactly. They're our magicians, and they're kids, as you and we and our other kids. So they will travel through the pictures. And so I will show you quickly the last page. This is actually actual size. Look at this. So my co-founder with my son looking at these pages when they were just printed and playing with the stickers. It was full of joy. Kids just didn't want to stop doing it. And also, so there's other characters that were involved, that's this is Russian explorers. Again, this idea of explorers, why we really invented this? Because I think there's nothing more nothing better than to show a real example of people who were kids and were dreaming about something, and then they went outside, explore, and they make a difference. They make the world a better place. So we wanted to inspire with the real examples. And again, this is very we can adapt this idea to any other country, and because I'm very interested in personalities, in this point some history in terms of ecology, who are these people who brought us where we are and make this wonderful life now I can educate myself about, right? So that is a few a few characters that could be in the book, but we decided that explorers would be like an additional stickers, and the main wizards would be these kids, Alex and Eva.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Tasha. It was so advanced advanced answer to my question, and I really satisfied with it. And so I think we can go slowly to the next talk, and we're happy to have you today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and have a perfect day.
Thank you all. Wish you a good rest of the day, and please, don't be shy. Let's get in touch. Any ideas? We're welcoming everyone who really if I got you in the heart and you just felt what I was trying to send, and then please let us know.
We continue to talk about media and services and the sustainable market. And now let's meet Vera Lovich, founder of Sustainability Pulse. And Vera will tell us how Sustainability Pulse helps you stay in the know. Hi, Vera.
Hi, Alina. Thank you for inviting me and having me over, and for also organizing this wonderful conference.
Thank you.
And in a few words, what I do, I work as a digital marketing consultant, and I inspire, motivate, and educate businesses on leveraging technologies and digital marketing to stand out from the noise and reach their target audience. I also write a weekly sustainability newsletter that focuses on fashion, consumer behavior, digital fashion tech, and social entrepreneurship.
Thank you very much. And I have a question to you. Could you just a little bit tell us about your history? It's very interesting because it seems like you're a huge company with a huge impact to sustainability market, and how it was.
I started working in communication probably 15 years ago. So I've been doing this for that long. So although my new company is recently new, I moved to New York and I started a new marketing degree, a new publishing degree. So that kind of allowed me to build a new platform where I can educate people. But when I started Sustainability Pulse, it's actually a branch of NYC Sustainable Fashion, an event company. Our first show was during Fashion Week in 2021, during the pandemic. But in the meantime, we also organized a variety of pop-up shops or different sustainable shopping experiences where viewers can immerse themselves in artistic layers that our partners expose, because most of our events are held at gallery events.
Interesting. And what about advertising? I mean, do you produce like newsletter content? And that's exciting. I read it and I saw it. And I also would like to ask about an advertisement. Do you produce such kind of promotion materials for companies?
No, not so far. So far, it's just focus on educating and giving people another chance to curate content, because we are being bombarded at this moment with information, and it can be difficult to know what to pay attention and what to ignore. That's where aggregated and curated content comes in. Aggregated content is simply a collection of content from various sources, often presented in one place for convenience. However, curated content, on the other hand, is a selection of best and most relevant content that has been curated carefully by an editor like myself. So, yes.
This is very interesting. And could you tell, please, you already told about the difficulty like bombarding. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Right now, it's a surplus of the so-called, yes, positive and useful information. And that's perfect because we have choice. But at the same time, it's difficult to make choice because there are a lot of variants. There are an assortment of news. And I would like to ask maybe what difficulties also are there in this area?
Oh, there are a lot of difficulties. I wouldn't say a lot, I'm exaggerating. There are actually a few difficulties in fashion media when it comes to promoting sustainable fashion. A lot of fashion media focuses on trends and what's new, which can encourage consumer to buy more clothes. And even though there are more and more sustainable fashion brands popping up, it can be hard for them to compete with the bigger and more established brands. Another challenge is that sustainable fashion can be expensive. And when it's not expensive, it's not convenient or it's out of reach, comparing to fast fashion, for example. So it's important to find ways to show that it's worth the investment. You know, overall, fashion media has a big influence on consumer behavior. So it's important to be conscious on the impact it has, the impact we have also. We can promote sustainable fashion by featuring sustainable brands, talking about the importance of investing in quality over quantity, and highlighting the environmental and social impact of the fashion industry, because a lot of people are not aware what's the price we pay when we buy fast fashion. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very interesting. Could you ask, please, just one more question because it's very crucial right now to understand the actual statement of fashion industry, and I mean sustainable fashion. And what is the impact of the so-called, maybe when some clothes made from upcycle fiber, for example, or just from plastic bottles, or it's like epotage, I mean, and yeah.
Yes, that's greenwashing. Yes, definitely. It has positive aspects. Of course, circular economy is the way to do it and just consume less overall. However, we also have to be aware of the microplastics that goes into every kind of piece of clothing we own. And we also have to adapt the way we look after our clothes, or maybe try to use less drying machines, use more cold water, and overall just, start investing in quality material, because fast fashion uses cheap and toxic textiles these days. And I've had cases that people went to the hospital. I am quite familiar also how garment workers are being treated. My mom used to work for a fast fashion company back in Romania, so they are not paid as they should, and the conditions are below any company should treat their workers as.
I get. And as a media producer, I am faced with a challenge. Also, how to explain, yes, to just audience, to people, that sustainable product is very useful and you should buy it. Yeah, you should invest in this market. And just maybe just some connection, just one comment. What the way we use also. There are two ways, actually. One of them is to make a protagonist, to make a character, the main character, like an ordinary human. The great example, the bright example of it is like a Homer Simpson. Yeah, because when we show our audience that the protagonist, it's like the same, like ours, they believe in this imaginary world, they believe in the media content, and they start to maybe copy his or her behavior. And another way is to, in opposite, make the protagonist such kind of alien, maybe, or animal, because sustainability market is just not very familiar for our consumers sometimes. And sometimes they just maybe afraid to try. And in case of try, we usually show the pattern like an alien or an animal start to interact with such kind of product, and it works, yeah. So of course, to change the behavior is the hardest one, I think. It's the hardest thing. Yeah, and we also have a next speaker here, and I would love to introduce Parin Makadia to Vera. Hi, Parin.
Hello, Vera.
Hi,
How are
Parin.
you? Vera, I'm based in the UK. Maybe you are from Romania, as you mentioned something about Romania.
Yes, I was born there. I lived also in London for 10 years. Now I'm in New York.
Okay, so you are now based in the UK, USA. So good. Nice to meet you over here.
Nice to meet you as well.
So
Parin, Parin is working on aggregator website in which he collects a lot of companies which can interact to themselves and to make deals. So it's a commercial platform in which Parin's team collect all contacts. And I would like to ask Parin, Vera today is speaking about media content as well as sustainability fashion. And you also have such kind of category in your website, yes, which is close to sustainability fashion. Just tell us just a little bit more about the tool, about the process. How can you get this context? What should you plan to do with it? And it's very interesting.
yeah, thank you very much, Aliona and Vera. Nice to meet you both. And I hope, see, the thing is what we believe before I start or tell anything about it. We have 4 or 5 different sustainability initiatives. I'm going to talk about one, but the common thing between all is collaboration. We believe in collaboration. So if somebody is into sustainability, in anything to do with sustainability, we try to work together to enhance each other's business. So sometimes we do the barter, so we don't take money. We provide something for free, we take something for free. If it's not possible, then we work out in such a way so that we can promote at least each other's business. So the basic behind everything what we do is collaboration. Now let me, where we can do 2 things. Either I can take you to the portal directly, or I can take you through the presentation. Let's go through the presentation for 5 minutes, and then we'll switch on to the portal. This is basically, I'm presenting my wife's initiative. So this company or the website belongs to my wife. So I'll not take the credit of what she has done, but I'll try to represent her initiative. The website link is www.onesustainable.com. So it is very easy to remember. So now everything revolves around 4 business expectation, which all 3 of us has, and maybe all other than us have in common. One is increase profitability, enhance credibility, grow revenue, and reduce risk. We all want to achieve all these 4. We want more revenue. We want people to look good at us, that, okay, this is a good company to work with, or maybe it's a reputed company. We want to increase our profit, and we want to do all these things without any risk. Now, onesustainable.com is more to do with marketing, or maybe you can say grow revenue type of thing. So it gives you two things. Generally, we can grow revenue in two different things: static visibility or dynamic visibility. Dynamic visibility is like you do Facebook post or LinkedIn post or events wherein people come in or they view it and they may forget after 15-20 days what it was. And they can only see it if they get a chance to do it. Like, I don't open my Facebook for 100 days. I may not able to see a very good campaign run by somebody. So that is a limitation of dynamic visibility. If you are there at that point of time, you see it. If you are not there, you don't see it. Just like this conference, if somebody is there, he can see it. If he's not there, he can't see it. But what great thing what Alina has done is, after this is finished, she's going to upload some of the content on her website. So people can see it later on. They can check the recordings and everything. So that is about static visibility. The dynamic part is gone if you don't attend it, but still it is available on the website. So definitely, if you want to have a look at it, you can go and check over it. So One Sustainable is about static visibility. Like you are over there and you will be seen by somebody over a period of time, minimum 1 year. So when you go over there, you can see the company over there. So now, enhance credibility. So now, if you look at this credibility part, mostly, or the easy way to enhance credibility is you associate yourself with somebody. Either it can be organization, it can be professional, or it can be initiatives. So you associate your company, your business, or yourself with something good, you increase your credibility. You associate yourself with something bad, you lose your credibility. So maybe onesustainable.com is on the line of increasing or maintaining your credibility and not losing your credibility, at least. Now, as I mentioned, it is about static visibility. You can promote your category, like somebody is into fashion, they can promote their fashion business into the fashion category. You can also promote geographically. You are based in USA, you can promote in USA, you can choose that thing. If you are exporting globally, you can choose the countries where you are exporting. And same thing applies with aspects. Like in sustainable fashion, somebody might say, okay, I'm sustainable. My clothes are sustainable. My textile is sustainable, but I use leather. Some of the critics may not like it. They say, okay, you are using, you are killing animal, or you are using animal products. So the vegans may not like it. So everyone has a different sustainability aspect. So you can choose a sustainability aspect while, or you can promote your brand using your sustainability aspect. And you can also target exports. If you are targeting some countries, you can select which country you want to focus on. This is all about onesustainable.com. Now, there are a lot of benefits of listing in a directory. So this links doesn't belong to us. These are all marketing companies or the analyst, the marketing analyst, who says something good about the directory. So this slide is about what good does a directory listing result into. So the experts, not me, the experts or all those links says this thing in common. That increases Google search ranking. Your business may appear on the top. or relatively on the upper side. Reason being, if any company is listed on any other company's website, Google thinks that okay, this company can be found on some different platform, so they are reputed, and that's why they are available on some different platform. Same thing applies that okay, if a company is listed on LinkedIn, it will appear on the top because Google ranks LinkedIn quite high, so you may appear on the top. So similar like that, OneSustainable.com helps you with the Google ranking. It may also help you with B2B and B2C leads. It may help you with orders, because from this platform you can go and shop directly as per the advertiser's choice. You can also sell your products to other online marketplaces where we are collaborating. It provides long-term visibility, it enhances online presence, and it also creates brand awareness. So sometimes when you go and search the directory, you may find out that, okay, I never heard of this company before. So these are all the benefits and everything what the expert says. And this is an offer which Aliona will pass on to everybody who have been registered with our Rhodes webinar series. So this is all about it. Let's see if I can show you the website. Is it visible? Okay.
Yes, that's okay. And yeah, while Parina is opening the website, it's very, I have just observation and comment to your presentation, Parina. I think it's very interesting that you offer to buy for 10 years instead of 1 year. It's a very long-term perspective as all sustainability market right now, as far as I understand, and I would like to ask you, Vera, if you would like to share with me your feelings. As far as I understand, sustainability market is kind of new one right now. I mean, there are a lot of perspectives to what we develop in it. Yes, am I right? How do you think about it? What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think is you are definitely right. As expert says, it's not a destination, it's a journey. So sustainability doesn't mean that okay, this is an end or this is perfect. It is a journey, so it is developing. What you said, I totally agree with it. So whatsoever we see today, which is 100% right, may not be right after 5 years, or maybe my kids may tell me whatsoever we did today, 20 as of today, they will find a better way, or they will prove us wrong. That no, that was not the best way. So definitely, it's a dynamic thing. It's evolving, and no one is perfect. In this world, we want to be sustainable. We want to be better than what we were yesterday. So definitely, I agree. Totally agree with what you said.
This is very interesting, and maybe I have an idea and I have a question. How can we maybe do such kind of offline events to involve more people to the interaction on a website? I mean, did you think about the mix of offline and online events? I mean, to promote your vision, not just only your website, because I know you have several of them, but your vision, because your vision is very interesting. It was like, and it is like scientists one. Yes, as far as I understand, you like do a global research, and it's very interesting point of view. Maybe you plan how people will interact. Could you share, please, with us your thoughts on the point? How do you see? How do you think about the future society? Is interesting.
As I mentioned, that okay, things are improving, and as Vera mentioned, that greenwashing and is very common in some industries or maybe in some countries there are a lot of there is a lot of exploitation going on for the worker side, so social side of sustainability. From both the point of view, what Vera mentioned, whether it's the social side or it's the greenwashing side of sustainability, it's an evolving thing. It will, over a period of time, things will improve. So if I want to rate myself or my company is sustainable, I may rate it at 8 out of 10, and my critics may rate me 5 out of 10. And that is good. To me, if somebody is trying to find out some limitations in whatsoever you are doing, it is good. Reason being, it will help me improve. If everybody says good about me, I'll never be able to improve it. So any criticism, if you take it positively, it will help us grow. And maybe they might be thinking that I'm greenwashing, and I may not be greenwashing. I may not be aware of what they are thinking or their thought process about sustainability. Somebody says sustainability is just a word which has several meanings, and so it gets diluted. The output or whatsoever we think about it, you can take it on the left hand side, or you can take it on the right hand side. So it's multi-directional, so it doesn't have a direction. But to me, we'll find the direction while we are traveling together, because ultimately everybody wants to save the planet. Ultimately, everybody wants to serve the society, and everyone wants to be good. So the first thing, which is very critical, is the thought process. That okay, we want to be good. We want to do something good for everyone. So once the thought process is there, we'll find out how to do it.
Thank you very much. I think it's a really nice thought about everybody wants to be good, to do kind things. But yeah, I think the problematic here is how to explain that our products, our sector of markets suitable to kindness that consumer understand in his or her mind. That is a challenge.
Yeah, you are right. You are definitely right. How to communicate is very much important, and that's why the experts comes in, where to communicate, what to communicate, when to communicate. That everything is important, and that's why, as I mentioned earlier, this is a platform which we are trying to develop. A static platform. Static is basically you are communicating for long term. You can change it, definitely. It's not 100% static. Whatsoever you have posted today, you can update it for tomorrow, but your presence will remain static. So you will have a long-term visibility on the website or the other platforms, which is very difficult, because very rarely people allow other companies to appear on their website. Like if I want to appear on my friend's website, my friend may clearly say that, okay, your business has nothing to do with what I do. You are into sustainability and we are not into sustainability. Or assume that I am a garment manufacturer and my friend is into tourism. He may say, okay, fashion industry has nothing to do with tourism. So they will not allow your company to appear on their website. So that's the challenge which we all are facing. So this directories and everything lets you gain a presence on somebody else's website. Like example, Aliona, if you are on your website, you're listing 5 companies who you are partnering with or collaborating with. So those 5 partners will get a permanent or a long-term visibility to the world, which is very much important for them also. Though you think that it is going to help you, but in the long run, it is also going to help them, because people will be curious about those companies. Some of them will try to find out what Aliona is trying to associate herself with. So definitely, Aliona, that's good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And yeah, we can ask questions right now. Parin, if you have questions right now to each other or just to me as a media producer, because I'm a speaker too today. I had a chance to tell something about how sustainable solutions could be a part of a plot, of a sujet, of literary work, and yeah, of just literature and language. And you can, yeah, ask me if you would like, or I would ask you, because today our common topic is a communication in general.
So let me ask one question to you and one to Vera, or maybe both of you can answer it. What is the most difficult, or what is the challenging situation which you are facing in communication as of today? Means in today's world, it's quite difficult. Like example, assume I'm manufacturing some clothes, or maybe I'm manufacturing some gift item, and I want to communicate to the world, and I have limited budget. My budget is, maybe you can say, $100. So when somebody has a budget of $100, it's very difficult. So what they do is they go on social media and try to promote on Instagram, Facebook, or maybe other social media, their platform for free. So what solutions do those people have available to do it with limited budget, using your services, or whatsoever services you suggest?
I can just hop in and answer this question, because as an entrepreneur myself, it's important to be aware of the trends in your industry. So when it comes to fashion, sustainability is a hot topic. More and more consumers are looking to find brands that are environmentally friendly, and that is a trend that it's only going to grow from now on. So if you're thinking about going green or going to fashion businesses, let me give you some advice. Like, first, you have to do your research, because there are a lot of different ways to be sustainable, as you mentioned. So it's important to figure out which approach makes more sense for your business. There are many resources available on the internet, in the print, so it's great to educate ourselves to see which are our options. Secondly, we need to know exactly what's our target market. Who are their values? Where are they? Where do they spend time? Which social channels do they spend more time? Are they more on TikTok? Are they more on Facebook? What do they care about? You know, sustainability is important to a lot of people, but not everyone is willing to pay more for eco-friendly products. But if you're targeting as you mentioned, like a budget-conscious audience, you'll need to find ways to produce sustainable fashion at an affordable price point. And finally, don't forget about marketing, you know. It's that even the most sustainable fashion business needs to market themselves effectively. So as you mentioned, use social media, but mindful which social media, the messages, the tone you use when you're communicating. Are there Gen Z, millennials, and so on? Use PR. Reach out to other businesses and other marketing channels to get word. Like, you, if you're a fashion brand, go to website like yourself, you know, register to directories, and, you know, try to communicate what sets you apart from your competition. And by following these general advices, you can position a fashion business for success. And yes.
Thank you, Vera.
Thank you, Vera.
Yeah, in the end, sustainability, it's not just a trend, it's a way of life. So you just have to play by your words. And because we keep talking about greenwashing, also we've mentioned it a couple of times, in the end, if you can't prove what you're saying, that's definitely greenwashing. So just say and show exactly how your business is different than your competitors. you might have a chance to succeed.
Thank you, Vera. That's a good piece of advice. What do you think, Aliona?
Yes, I think the challenging thing for me is to make an audience act. I mean, of course, we can, for example, even offer something that would be interesting to our audience, but the challenge is to convert such kind of interest to acts, and that's why maybe I think we should pay attention to the so-called interaction and attraction tools. We should do something that will be unusual for audience. That will be maybe make them to explore our market, because right now the problem is, yes, you mentioned it before, and I absolutely agree. Sustainability is a word, yeah, but right now it's I don't think so in general, like it's in general fashionable word. No, of course, there are people who are true believers, who are really do in sustainability, but of course there are a lot of wrong ways or of understanding sustainability. And I think the best tool here is Vera had mentioned it too just a little bit before, that we should pay attention, like which social media, like what tone should we use. Yes, and we should do things more exactly. We should do things more clarified. And I think the best tools here, it's like an art to wording our message in a best way. And of course, another tool is very useful, I think, too, to use words that an audience use itself. I mean, do not try to use your language. You should speak to the language of your audience, because very often they just can't understand what do we mean. Like, for example, as far as I see in my media production market, companies with which I'm working often try to call media production things in absolutely different language. It's like synonymous, it's like metaphors, but it's not the title of what do we mean. Yeah, and thank you for answering. Thank you for asking me. I would like to just summarize a great job we do during 3 days. It was a lot of speakers from all over the world. It was more than 8 countries, like Australia, the United Kingdom, Portugal, Brazil, the USA. It was Philippines, Mexico, Thailand, and we will be happy with you, our colleagues and partners, and we will be get in touch. Please write us to our contacts. I will send you in the next couple of days. And have a good day, and please feel free to ask us any questions. We'll be happy to collaborate. High sustainable world. And I would like to say, at the very end of our meeting, it's just the beginning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.